Welcome to the over-the-road navigation app called OTRNAV.com. Fundamentally, it's an application that will help you find stops along your route, especially those stops within your hours of service. So I'm going to give you just a brief rundown on how the application works and some of the features, not all of the features, but some of the features that you'll want to use almost immediately when you open the app. First thing you would like to do is set up your truck profile. There are some standard items that are already in the default. If your truck does not match any of these, just choose the ones that are most closely aligned. They're primarily for route navigation and restrictions and things like that. So just save the profile that's closest to what matches your truck. And then when you're done, just say save the profile. Now, the first thing you'll want to do is put in your location, your starting point. You can use the GPS location finder, or you can set a location manually by simply typing in an address or a city. So if I was in Phoenix, Arizona, all I would have to do is type in Phoenix. It would tell me that I'm in Phoenix. You could get a lot more specific than that if you want to. So I could say I-10 Loop 101 in Phoenix. And it will locate that intersection for me and store it as my starting point. Let's say we're going to Oklahoma City today, or at least we're going to start to go to Oklahoma City, Oklahoma, and I'll hit the search button. And it says that it's 1,000 miles away, and it will take me an estimated 14 hours and 2 minutes. And I have the full 11 hours available to me to drive, so I'm going to put in the full 11 hours of service, and then I'm going to plan my route. What will happen is that you'll get a trip summary window. Will tell you that you'll need to stop somewhere along the way because it's going to take you longer than 11 hours to get to Oklahoma City. But the beautiful thing about this application is that it offers you places that you can stop along the way. And you'll notice that it has a throttle on it. So between 70 and 90% of your miles to your destination, it's going to start telling you, yeah, this is the optimal place for you to stop. And then there's going to be a critical area where, yeah, you better find a place to stop. Then underneath that will be the directions to those stops that it's recommending. So the first stop it's recommending is 574 miles away at 8 hours and 2 minutes. And you'll simply hit the direction button if that's you think you can get 574 miles today. Hit the directions, and it will open up Google Maps and give you directions, a map of how to get there. You can zoom in if you want to. The other thing that I didn't mention was that you can see a destination window as well, and you can open the full screen route map here. And it will tell you lots of information. It will tell you where the construction areas are, where your green zone is for the stop is, and other information like accidents and road closures and things like that. It's a live update. And then if you don't like this map, you can hit the navigate button up here, and it will open up Google Maps and give you step-by-step instructions on your route. And then you can change this information along the way. You're not stuck in stone with the app. Okay, you can update it as you travel along, and it will also help you update the information as well. So another nice feature about the application is that once you have planned your route, you can simply find your nearest stop anytime that you're en route. So right now I'm set up at Loop 101 Glendale. This is where my location is. But what happens when you hit the nearest stop button is that the GPS locator automatically resets your location where you are, and then it will calculate the nearest stop that has parking from your GPS location. And then of course you can get directions to the stop if you need it, and most people do. Okay, most people need directions to the stop. Then the other thing you can do is, if that stop was not helpful, you can say a yes or no to it. And this is a very nice feature, because what will happen is if enough people say no to this stop, it will score it and it will drop off of the database. It won't show up as a stop. So those are some of the nicer features associated with the app. Now, most drivers will not need the 11-hour plan my route. Most drivers, I understand, will wait till they're about 3 hours from their location. And I'm not going to change the starting location or the destination location. I'll just put in the 3 hours that where you're really needing to think about stopping. So you'll just say plan my route, and it will throttle back all of the stops that you probably should consider within that 3 hour window. So for instance, there's a Rocky Mountain Truck Center at Flagstaff. It's 136 miles away, and you can get the directions to the stop. Most of the stop cards will have notes associated with them. This happens to be a truck stop, so it says truck stop. There's fuel, there's tires, there's truck services, welding. It's open 24 hours. Brake service, computer diagnostics, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. Some of the stops will indicate whether there's showers. This one, there's a CAT scale at the Flying J. It will indicate that, and there's food there and a Wi-Fi. Sometimes it will indicate whether or not there is paid parking or free parking or both. It just depends on the stop. So very, very helpful. Another thing that you might find helpful during inclement weather is that you can show the weather at each one of the stops. So right now at that stop in Flagstaff, it's 63 degrees with some light rain in about 3 hours. So about the time you would get there, it's going to be raining. Okay, so hopefully you'll gravitate toward this app and use it. I think it's a very, very, very good tool for over-the-road truck drivers, particularly if they're looking for stops along their route. Okay, thanks for watching, and we'll see you on the next one.